influential English speech on Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Allama Iqbal was not only a great poet but also a great thinker, philosopher, and a political leader. Iqbal is said to be the first man who gave the idea of Pakistan. He was well versed in philosophy, both Eastern and Western. His poems too express this idea in a very forceful way. He put a new life into the youth of his nation and looked forward to a new era of freedom and achievements. Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, a philosopher, poet, a genius linguist, a man of foresight, a man of strong faith in Almighty God, a man of peace and unity, a man of justice and equality, a man of love and humility, a man of wisdom, and above all, the artist of first ever Islamic Republic, which got freedom in the name of Islam. Allama Iqbal was a great philosopher, poet of Asia. As a matter of the fact, he deserves this title. He is one of the most outstanding poets, writers, intellectuals, and thinkers of modern times. When he began to write poetry, Islam was passing through a critical phase in India. The Muslims were being rapidly dominated by Hindus. He placed before the people his philosophy of self-realization. His poetry is full of force and enthusiasm. The important role that Iqbal played is in the political life of the subcontinent, especially as architect of Pakistan, will be appreciated from the following message Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah sent to his son. To me, he was a friend, guide, and philosopher, and during the darkest moments through which the Muslim League had to go, he stood like a rock and never flinched one single moment. He was elected member of the Punjab Legislative Assembly in 1930. Iqbal was elected president of the Muslim League session held at Allahabad. In 1931, he attended the Round Table Conference, which met in London to frame a constitution for India and took active part in its various committees. He was the first to give the concrete shape to Muslim aspirations in India for a separate homeland. The Muslims wish to lead a life of freedom and honor. They want to live as a nation, and this can be achieved if they have a separate Islamic state, two-nation theory. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, a man who loved his people, who was not like ordinary leaders, who was not power of or fame hungry, found out the right person for administration and management for independent Muslim state resolution and handed over all the authorities of All India Muslim League to him. This dynamic and bright leader of Indian Muslims was the famous barrister Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal kept on playing his role after handing over affairs to Mr. Jinnah. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal kept on reminding the principles and keys of success to Mr. Jinnah. निगाह बुलंद सुखन दिल नवाज जान पुरसोस यही है रख्त सफ़र मेरे कारवां के लिए. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, the originator of two-nation theory on the basis of which our free independent Muslim state Pakistan was created on 14 August 1947, passed away before Pakistan's emergence on the globe and never had an opportunity to watching his dreams coming true. But Pakistan, which is 60 years old now, by the grace of Almighty, stood up in August 1947 as per dreams and desires of its great architect. वो शम्मा बुझ गई मगर उसके फ़रोग़ से कंदील ले आरज़ू है फ़रोज़ां उसी तेरा. Lahore is the city of Pakistan, which is given the honor of being the final residence of the great philosopher, poet Dr. Muhammad Iqbal. In March 1938, Allama Iqbal fell ill very seriously. Despite the best medical help and the most careful nursing, the poet-philosopher of Islam died in the early hours of 21st April 1938. आसमां तेरी लहद पर शबनम अफशानी करे, सब्ज़ाए नो रास्ता इस घर की निगहबानी करे. His poetry was so popular, especially among the youth, that nearly every student had memorized some of his verses. As a matter of fact, Allama Iqbal inspired Muslim and youth students of colleges who played an important role in Pakistan movement. After me, they will read my poetry, grasp it, and say, a self-conscious man has revolutionized the world. Thank you for listening.